Rin, daughters of Mnemosyne, which I will be referring to as just Mnemosyne from here on out, is a story about what really matters in life. Let's take a trip into forever. Mnemosyne takes place from the early 90s into the near future, where society has been moved from basic computers to people living completely in virtual reality, to that being abandoned in favor of augmented reality. There are people who are immortal and those who can fly and have superhuman strength. There are plots to exterminate humanity, attempts to manipulate the tree of life and become a god. But none of that really matters. What matters is the humanity of its characters. In the last episode, when the world is saved, there is no fanfare about the planet or how wonderful the saviors are. What's focused on is the fact that Rin got pregnant and her child will be human. If I had to bluntly surmise the meaning of Mnemosyne into one sentence, it would be, you need to make memories doing what gives your life meaning, while you still have the humanity to do so. Let's unpack that sentence. Memories are what Apos is after, and it's the most valuable thing in the show. Yggdrasil, the tree of life, will release fruit into the world, which will make a woman into an immortal or a man into an angel. The memories made while the person has the fruit flavor the fruit, and it can be removed and eaten, killing the person. And that's what Apos is after, just eating something yummy. And don't get me wrong, it's probably very yummy, but that's a one-time thing. You eat it, you savor it for a couple seconds, and it's gone. While Rin and Tajimori can reflect on their memories until they fade into time. Tamatsu encapsulates this nicely. He says that he helps out Rin because she has dirt on him, but later we see he doesn't care. He only helps because he has some nice memories with Rin. Even as she's dying, all he thinks to tell Rin is that he enjoyed the time they spent together. The Informants, the Professor, and Lara are all victims of their pursuit, but that doesn't mean they regret it. The Informants are, well, informants. They leak information to their clients, and in exchange, they ask for memories with them. They know their employment will lead to a short life, but those memories are what matters to them. And if they die early doing what they love, well, at least they didn't die old in a meaningless life. Lara spends the show killing. It's what she does. But she's employed to kill Rin, so she kills her, and kills her, and kills her. She's mildly frustrated that she won't die, but she's just happy that she's killing. But once she's unable to kill anymore, she saves Mimi, and in the end, she does the closest thing to killing she can, which is torturing Apos for eternity. Lara doesn't regret hurting Rin. Doing that is what her life was about, and Rin understands. So when Lara asks for a favor since she helped Mimi, Rin obliges. The Professor spent his life learning and collecting. He ended up homeless even though he has a book full of stamps worth millions. He's injured because someone wants one of his stamps, but when Rin returns it to him, he tries to reject it. Rin knows that if the stamp didn't matter to him, then he wouldn't have kept it all these years. She leaves it with him and reminds him that,
I can't promise you only good things will come during your life, but I do know that no one but you has the power to give your life meaning in this world.
Humanity is the silly little human things you do. Collecting stamps, raising a family, and falling in love all don't make much sense without emotions. Your emotions are your humanity. Those emotions are all that really matters in the end. All the money in the world is meaningless if you can't enjoy it. This is where Mnemosyne finds its core. Over time, people become jaded. They lose their emotions, their humanity. But a human life is short. No one has ever lived long enough to lose everything. But what would happen if people could become immortal? What if someone would live to be 200, or 1,000, or 2,000? What shell of a person would be produced? If we look at the immortals in the show, Mimi is the youngest at about 500, Apos is 1,000, Rin is between 1,500 and 2,000, and Tajimori is more than 2,000. Mimi is still very close to being human, but she's a jaded person that makes an effort to keep her humanity. She plays with Genta, she dresses up because she likes to look cute. But she doesn't blink after getting raped. She doesn't grieve at any of the immortals' deaths. even Genta. And she relaxes by a pool while a program finds Rin after she's been kidnapped. Apos is an edgy teenager. He can still feel strong emotions, but he has no empathy. He rapes to pass the time, and he tortures people for years just to have a tasty snack. But at the end of the day, he's past the point where he can use his humanity to have strong memories. Which is why he relies on eating people's fruit to experience them, even if it's just for a second. Although Rin seems very human, it's a facade. She's long past emotional mourning, even for humans. She stopped having lovers because she can't have intense love anymore. She even brushes off torture. All she has left is her memories when she was young and could feel. The most emotion we get out of her is when she loses her memories and thinks she's just another human. But those memories she made before she got them back were still her memories. So where she didn't mourn Tamatsu, she weeps over Ahika. Rin has died too many times to count. She can barely remember when she realized she was immortal, but she still has some humanity left, and she's holding on to it for dear life. Tajimori is our final stage on our trip into forever. He's been alive for at least 2,000 years. He spends his day calling Rin every night or so to have a conversation, and he sits alone in a room eating time fruit. He doesn't leave. He doesn't have anything to occupy him. He just sits at an empty table and waits. He isn't bored. He isn't curious. He just exists. And the only emotion we get out of him is mild displeasure and mild happiness when he finally gets to be with Rin for a handful of minutes. He only had his faded memories and a duty to protect Rin when the time came. He is what will happen to Rin. He is what will happen to Mimi. And he is what will happen to every immortal. Because your humanity is finite, just like your memories. You are only alive for so long, so make sure not to waste it. If you haven't watched the show yet, I hope this video has changed your mind, even though I spoiled everything. Mnemosyne works just fine knowing what I just told you. Mnemosyne isn't the best show in the world, so don't get your hopes up. It loves its exposition dumps and it allocates its resources when needed, so some bits are convoluted and have poor animation, while others are fleshed out and look lovely. I recommend you watch the English dub, because the English subtitles are horrible, and whoever picked the Japanese voice actors didn't understand each character.
Sorry you had to wait, Ginta. Whoa! Not yet! Take it easy, you goofy dog!